Thanks to the supporters of channel member PP0476. Boys and girls, the day is finally upon us. We're 6 seasons into the save now. Well, this is the start of the 6th season. We're about to start life in Tier 7. I think it's now safe for me to release the database for you to all play along with, in the hope that I'm not then going to be inundated with people saying, Kev, I made it to Tier 3 in 1 season. Please don't do that. Hopefully I've got enough of a head start now. The link is in the description. Hello and welcome to part 38 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our first 2 games of our life in Tier 7. Since you were last with me, nothing's happened. We've literally just finished recording it a moment ago, and we had a summer where we didn't really sign anybody. I say we didn't really sign anybody. That is a little bit harsh because we've actually brought in 2 very good players. Jason Johnson is a very adequate striker, and Marco Paulus is the new best player at the club. As a central midfielder that we've just never really had before. So we've brought in 2 very good players, and then there's lots of other people who came in too. And that's basically the story of our summer. All of that leads to this being the team that we're putting out there for the first day of the new season. We're still going with the familiar 4-2-4 because it's all we know how to do. Inexplicably, Diego Briones is still a starting player in this team. He is 1.5-star current ability. He's never been higher than that. And he's played getting on for 200 games for us. He's been a regular first team starter for 4 years now, and he's starting the first game of the new season again because we just weren't able to replace him. There's actually someone in for him. Imagine if he went, I'd be distraught. So the team for the first day of the new season: Buckner in goal, Maldonado at left back. Maldonado, who has been here quite some time, never been a regular starter before. He is now. Ankiel, who's one of our new guys who came in on loan this summer, who's only 2-star. At least Jeff Brooks still here. And then old man Costa at right back. It's lovely to have an old man back in the side again. And then new boy Paulus alongside Briones in midfield, and a very familiar looking front 4 of Williams, Huyan, Stone and Hernandez, with new boy Johnson sat on the bench. He has replaced Jackson Hernandez, who's moved on. And Johnson is going to be looking to get involved in this team fairly early on in this season. I imagine he's going to be having a look at Stephen Stone's starting spot and thinking, I could have me a bit of that. That could be me if things go my way. But it is the first day of the season. We've been predicted a 7th place finish by the media. The board are looking for us to just finish mid-table. Based on the summer we've just had, I think a season of mid-table consolidation wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, especially because we're so far under our wage budget. This might actually be the year we can just consolidate mid-table, fix the financial problems we've got at the club, and then really go for it next year. It's just I'm not entirely sure if it will fix the financial problems, being £900 a week under the wage budget. I mean, theoretically, that's like £45,000 a year that we wouldn't have had ordinarily. But I still think we'd end up going deeper and deeper into debt because we just don't get any fans through the door. And we're losing. I've missed playing against the Charlotte teams. It's great to be playing against one of those again. We're 1-0 down. I mean, what I don't want today is a big old culture shock of, oh, wow, that's Tier 7 then. Probably should have signed lots more players in the summer because it was never really an option. Oh, Jorge Hernandez. Jorge Hernandez, Kev, come on. I mean, we've known each other long enough now. George. Perhaps we will start calling him George. There's the High Desert Elite who stole Booth from me. They're directly above us in the league. That is a lovely finish. I guess we can just start calling him Hernandez now. The Hernandi are no more. Although Brandon Hernandez, the midfielder who's been here for years as a reserve, is still here. He outlasted Jackson somehow and is on the bench today. So I guess we do still have something of a Hernandi, but Jorge Hernandez is the man, just like he was last year. 88 goal contributions last year. Can he surpass that this year? Of course he can't. But if he can get 50, that'll do. That's better than almost any other footballer in the history of the world has ever done. So we'd take that. We'd definitely take that. Charlotte are on the attack again. And if someone could get a foot in, That'd be lovely. So just knocking the ball around us as if we're not really there. And Gordon Bennett, this is going to be tough, isn't it? We couldn't get near them there. And then when they did get the shot away, Buckner didn't even move. I don't want to see the replay. It's going to give me nightmares. I think we're a one-man team. I mean, we kind of were last year, but the plan now really is get the ball to Hernandez and hope he doesn't get injured or lose form or leave, because that's the other thing. He could just leave us before the window closes. He played a beautiful corner in there, which I don't know if that was Ankiel or Brook who got on the end of that, but it hit the base of the post. And a little bit of luck going our way, and it could be 2-2 in this game. And I do feel like we're being a little bit outclassed, although looking at the XG, we've actually been the better team. That is not what I've seen from watching these highlights, but who am I to argue with statistics? Right, we're going to take off Huyan. Let's bring Johnson on. Stick Hernandez out wide. Johnson can come on and show us what he can do up front. And Flores can come on in midfield. Paulus has had a terrible debut. And we'll bring on Brandon Hernandez. We have a Hernandai again. 2 Hernandezes on the pitch at the same time. We're demanding more, and I want Johnson to show me that he's going to be a superstar in the vein of the Hernandai before him. Whenever we bring in a striker who looks like they're going to be pretty good, they end up getting like 30 goals in their first season. So I'm hoping that's what we're going to see from Johnson this year. Although the fact that I didn't even pick him to start for his first match potentially goes against him a little bit. Charlotte shooting from the edge of the area there. It goes over. I think Buckner had it covered that time, but oh my word. Oh my word. We've had 10 shots on target, apparently. Have you seen them in these highlights? I don't remember seeing 10 shots on target. We've lost our first game of the season, and I think it's going to be a long year. Anyone expecting the back-to-back promotions to start again? That ain't going to be how this save works. Right, next up then we have... Who are we playing? Their name keeps changing. It says Michigan there. It said something else before. Okay. I swear their team name just changed. Yeah. Flint City Bucks. So apparently they're called Flint City Bucks. And Michigan. America, you confuse me. And we're not making any changes to the team. How good are this lot? How good was Charlotte 2, actually? Let's try and make myself feel a little bit better. So Charlotte 2 are predicted to finish 3rd. The Michigan/Flint City Bucks were relegated from the league above. They're hopefully one of these teams that are in free fall. They're predicted to finish 16th. Right, let's hope that this team can do a little bit better against a team not predicted to be in a promotion push. That's my plan. Apparently, Arianga and Ankiel are different players, which I didn't even notice when I hit quick pick and then decided that I didn't need to change any of what came back. I thought, oh no, they're unchanged team. No, they're different players. They are different players. So there was one change in there. The things you learn. Right, Buckner collects the corner. Please, 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 can we go and grab a goal? I want to win a football match, or else I'm going to start to worry a little bit, because we've just had another batch of trialists in, and I don't know what's going on with my scouts, but the only players they're bringing up at the moment are players who've got no yellow stars. They've got the grayed out stars and 4 to 5 star potential, which I'm sure they're lovely for teams that are looking to build for the future. I need players who can come in and play for this team now. I need minimum 3-star current ability, and we've had 2 of those players come up on the scout reports all summer, and we've signed them both. If we get another one, we'll sign them too. We have money to throw around, which is such a weird thing to say in this save, but we do have a little bit of money to throw around. We just need the players to throw it at. And at the moment, they're not really appearing, and that's not good. Ball over the top, and we're 1-0 down. Less than 10 minutes on the clock. It's the Bucks 1, Bourne 0, and yeah. This is oh dear. Are we in? I mean, there's 5 relegation spots in this league. That's not good. Hernandez with the in-swinging corner. Brook is there. Jeff Brook, our captain, our leader, will always be there with a goal when we need him. He needs to, between Brook and Hernandez, they both need to really step up and show they're ready for Tier 7 this year. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at Huyan. I'm looking at Paulus, the new guy in midfield. These are the players who I need to really step up and lead us to safety in this division. And the more I experience matches early on, the more I'm thinking it is safety we're looking at. We're not, forget even mid-table, just safety will do. And Jeff Brook is there with his second of the day. He Captain Safety, Jeff Brook, that's what we'll call him. Apologies for missing the first moments of this replay. My doorbell just rang and I stopped recording before I paused the game. But either way, we've just gone 2-1 up, which is lovely stuff. And get rid of all the negativity. We're going up as champions, boys and girls. Costa playing the ball forward. Stone is in. Stone, surely. Oh, my word. We're 3-1 up. We might actually not be as rubbish as I thought we were. I was doing our post-mortem before my doorbell rang, but now everything is looking good. Let's have a look. I mean, Costa, first contribution we've seen from him in a match. Stone looked painfully slow, trying to get past his man there, but somehow, I guess, muscled his way past him, got his way in, and it's 3-1 on half an hour, and the poor old Bucks will feel like they started this game quite well, and all of a sudden we've turned it on its head with several quick goals, and I am very much on board with us turning games on their head when we've not been playing very well. I really don't like the idea of Maldonado as our starting left-back. He's been here 3 years, and he's never been our starting left-back before. Someone get Toby Nice on the phone. We just couldn't afford. The problem with players like Nice, I'll try and justify it a little bit here, they were earning so much money. We've gone from players like him who are on like 120, 140 pounds a week, and we've replaced them with loans who aren't costing us anything and non-contract players who are on like £70 appearance fees. And if they don't play, we don't pay them at all. And I'm just trying to be a little bit more financially sensible. I think over the last few years, we went a little bit all in on trying to get promoted. It didn't work, and it almost put us back into administration. So I'm trying not to make that mistake again. Kev's being financially frugal. Look at that from Brook. That's just top quality defending. He's blossoming into such a wonderful player for us. Buckner with the ball forward, aimed to absolutely no one. Remember when we used to get assists from that? Oh, that's poor. That's such a poor attempt at an interception, but Buckner making another good save. Buckner's up for it all of a sudden. He's having a very good game. Brook's having an even better game. The strikers are both looking lively. You know who we've not seen anything of yet this season? Huyan. He needs to wake himself up. When he first signed, he was supposedly far too good for our level. He's been here 3 or 4 years now. And I think what we've learned is he's exactly good enough for our level. He's never going to be anywhere bigger and better than this. Buckner collecting the cross again to take the danger away from that move. And Buckner now lumping it forward. And Hernandez is in. Jorge Hernandez grabs his first of the game, his second of the season. It's 4-1 now to Bourne. And I think it's safe to say at this point, we've picked up our first victory in Tier 7. And maybe it's not going to be as horrific as I thought, because although we panicked before at seeing there's 5 relegation spots in this league, there's also 2 automatic promotion spots and then 6 playoff spots. You can see just how much of that top half of the table is taken up with promotion opportunities. You don't need to be a dominant team to get out of this league in either direction. But we could have a so-so average season and then put together a run of games in the last few weeks and get into those playoffs. And then once you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. I mean, anyone who's been paying attention to both series we've currently got running will know by anything can happen. I mean, we'll lose them. That's what we always do in the playoffs at the moment. But even 2 automatic promotion spots is nice to have. Jorge Hernandez in again. It's 5-1 now, and we are absolutely ruining Michigan here. This has been a very, very good example of counter-attacking football, really. It's not like we've dominated the game, but we're doing what we do best, and you've seen a good example of it there. Soak up a little bit of pressure, then knock the ball over the top and let Hernandez or Stone chase. And when we're not just knocking the ball over the top for one of those two, we're sending Jeff Brook forward for the set pieces, and he's doing his thing. We're going to make a treble substitution there. Hernandez is going out onto the right wing again as we try and force something out of Johnson. I want to make Johnson happen, so we're going to keep giving him opportunities. Hernandez on a hat-trick, being pushed out onto the wing is a little bit harsh, but it's his own fault for being able to play there. There's a reason Stone never gets moved out of position, because he's not capable of playing in any other positions. Hernandez is a victim of his own talent and his own ability, and has to be a little bit flexible from time to time, because I do need to know that we've got a third striker who's going to grab goals. It was always nice knowing that we had Jackson Hernandez on the bench, where if we really, really needed a goal, we could bring him on and he'd grab us one. And I want to see that again from Johnson. So I am, like I say, forcing him early on this season. There's the ball over the top for Johnson to chase. Johnson plays it into the path of Stone beautifully. I tell you what, that is a pass and a half. And Stephen Stone grabbing his second of the game, but all credit to Johnson here for this pass, because he's received the ball, taken it it's a heavy first touch. He's taken that a little bit further than you would want him to. But he's looked up, seen Stone, and played the perfect pass between two of the Bucks defenders. And that is just real quality from Johnson. And I wonder if maybe he's not going to suit the poacher role that we typically play our main striker in. And he might be better off playing in Stephen Stone's target man position if he's got that kind of vision and passing ability. Imagine that kind of passing alongside Jorge Hernandez. It will get messy. And I don't know how they've just missed that chance that they've just had there. That should have been 6-2. But really, we've scored 6 goals. I guess they're not that bothered whether they lost 6-1 or 6-2. We've played very, very well. And that is definitely an episode that's blown very hot and cold. But we're ending on a high. And I am now feeling a little bit more positive about how things might go than I was before, as long as we don't lose Hernandez. If we lose him before the end of the month when the window closes, we've got a problem. Hopefully now we can still bring in a couple more players before that window does slam shut. And then we'll be back sometime in September, hopefully with us nicely in those playoff spots. That would be the ideal, but anywhere not in the relegation zone is fine by me. With a couple of new faces and nobody else leaving, that would be the perfect outcome. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.